Hey guys, it's Katie, and I'm here today to review A Murder on the Appian Way by Stephen Saylor. I ended up really enjoying this book a lot. Basically, what this is about is this is a series that follows this guy named Gordianus the Finder, and he basically solves murders in ancient Rome. And there's a whole series. I think there are 13 books. But this is the second one that I've read. You don't really have to read them in order. I've heard it helps because then you know a little bit more background about the characters. But I really had no trouble understanding or following any of the books. And as I said, the two that I've read have been incredibly out of order. But this follows the murder of Publius Clodius, who was a prominent political figure in ancient Rome. And he was murdered on the Appian Way, and it causes a lot of rioting and chaos and just political unrest in Rome. What else is new? But this basically Gordianus's goal is to find out what happened to Publius Clodius. Like, why was he murdered? Who murdered him? And just try to fit all the pieces together. He deals with many historical figures, from Cicero to Caesar to Pompey, and just all of these great historical figures that we've read about so often. And it's basically, as I said, just him figuring out what happened. So he goes all over Rome. What's really interesting about this series is Gordianus and his entire family are slaves or former slaves. Gordianus's wife is an Egyptian woman, and they've just kind of got this whole family of misfits, basically. I don't think most of them are related. I think a large chunk of them were just kind of in captivity, and then they just became this unconventional family, which is, as I said, really cool. And I also just really liked reading more about the lower class people from the time, because when we read a lot of the history, we didn't hear too much about slaves or lower class people. You read about the politicians or the kings and the higher class people. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I am a classics and history person, and this is full of a lot of really fun classics, like jokes and things. They tie in some things like from the Iliad or the Odyssey, or just other Greek people, even though they're in Rome, because ancient Greece, the golden age of Greece, was before ancient Rome was really big. And so it was just, as I said, really fun to get to see all those like little nuggets of joy shoved in. But yeah, I really enjoy this series. And while I don't have all of them, as I said, I've only read one other, and that was Catalina's Riddle, which is probably still my favorite. But that's probably because of the setting I read it in and the people I was reading it with. I had to read it for my one of my high school Latin classes. Perspective on Cicero and Catiline and those trials and that conspiracy. But I really enjoyed this anyway, and I am definitely going to pick up more Stephen Saylor in the future because he's just fun, quick, easy read. As I said, I really enjoyed this, and it's just really fun. The characterization was great. The immersion into a certain historical time period in ancient Rome was just really fun to see, and yeah, as I said, really enjoyed this. And I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. But yeah, that's about all I've got for you today. So as always, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media. I have a Twitter and a Goodreads, which are both linked below. And I will come back with another video for you guys again soon. Okay, bye.